Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. I'm recording a couple here because I've been kind of out for the count since Christmas. Just a little over a week ago was when I posted my last video, and so I'm knocking out a couple while I have the availability to do so. So what I wanted to do here was to show you just a few of the items, some of which are non-album CD related. But they're all music related. So I thought I would just show you all what I received from my generous family, and yeah, just a lot of good stuff to dig into here. So let me start with the non-music related. So one of the things that I gave as a present was I'm taking my dad to see Elton John later in the summer / early fall of 2022, and my sister, who is a very talented artist, decided to help me with the gift, and we made my dad a card to kind of announce the news, because you can't really unwrap tickets, and they're digital tickets. So she made my dad the master copy of this drawing, and I took a print of one of those one of the prints that we made. So this is Elton John that she drew from some source online. She freehanded, so she freehanded that caricature of Elton John, and I had a little note attached to the back of it, telling Dad that we would be seeing Elton John later this year. So I thought that was really cool, and I'm hoping to frame that at some point. It's just on copy paper right now. All right, next, I got this really neat Beatles picture that came from a consignment store. There was an auction that was having a big sale on a Beatles collection that somebody had donated. Nothing really rare, but just some neat Beatles items, and I actually got another piece from that auction I'll show in just a minute. And my other sister got a duplicate of this, so we both got a Beatles print. So I'll hang that somewhere in the apartment in the coming weeks. So that's kind of neat to have that. And then from the same auction, I got this cool sign, the Beatles, Abbey Road. There's a couple of spots that I could put a couple of thumbtacks in or nails, and I'm thinking about putting it over my doorway over here in my sunroom to kind of welcome people into where I keep my CDs. So that was kind of neat to get that sign, Abbey Road. And then also from that same Beatles collection, this is a magazine. Looks like it's sometime in the 80s, maybe late 70s, early 80s. The Beatles Experience, Paul McCartney, Alive or Dead. And then you have that picture from the White Album, and Paul kind of with a skeleton on his face. So I don't know what this has in it. I haven't opened it. Not sure I will open it, but it's kind of a neat display piece just to have the artwork there. So that was very cool as well. All right, let's move into, well, no, sorry, one more. The same sister that got me that drew the Elton John picture got me this really neat CD stand. If you can see, kind of okay, it's a guitar. It's life size of a guitar, and you can slide your CDs into these ridges here. So that's really neat to have for my music corner, which is coming along. At some point I'm going to do a music tour, a music room tour, but it's not close to that yet, so I'll let you know when that happens. Oh yeah, and I got one more thing. This is the new memoir by Dave Grohl of Foo Fighters and Nirvana. This is Dave Grohl, the storyteller, Tales of Life and Music. I've heard some great things about this. I'm not even a fan of Nirvana or Foo Fighters for that matter. However, I respect Um, I respect Dave Grohl quite a bit because he respects the old guys. He sat in for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers when they played on Saturday Night Live. He's jammed with Paul McCartney and Ringo and just all of the big rockers. I mean, he's been to numerous Hall of Fame ceremonies and done introductions. He's played, at the White House for Paul McCartney. I think he played Band on the Run. So just really cool guy. He seems really down to earth, and so I'm interested to dig into that book come 2022. All right, I got my Rolling Stones collection was very weak. As in, I only had one album from the Rolling Stones, and I got that last year. I had Beggar's Banquet, and so I asked on my list. I said, "Get me Rolling Stones except for Beggar's Banquet." So everything was up for grabs. So my one of my sisters got me Sticky Fingers on CD. This is the 2009 reissue, so it's not the most recent, but I'm happy to have this on CD. I got the new 40th anniversary of Tattoo You, the 2-disc set. I've heard great things about this. I know that Jeff Witcher has talked about this in detail. He's a big Stones fan. So, and I think Paul at Psycho's Platters talked about it as well. Next, I have the live album Get Your Yayas Out. This is the 2002 reissue, so it's just got the standard track listing on it. It's not the full set, but I'm excited to have a copy of this live album, which I've never heard. Next is Exile on Main Street, considered by many to be the best Stones album. This is the 2010 reissue. Of course, it was a double record, but it's got some great songs. I love the song Rip This Joint, Tumbling Dice, of course. Happy is great. Shine a Light, just great stuff on here. Really great, muddy Rolling Stones. And lastly, this is the 50th anniversary reissue of Let It Bleed. Everybody knows this album. It's got Midnight Rambler, Give Me Shelter. You got The Silver, Can't Always Get What You Want. Some other songs on there as well, Country Honk. So I'm happy to have a copy of this as well. All right, and lastly, I got a 2-disc selection of one of my favorite, actually probably my favorite quartet, the Statler Brothers. This is their two Christmas albums, Christmas Card and Christmas Present, that they released while they were still a group. This is a 2014 collection that combines both albums. The Christmas Card record is probably my favorite Christmas album of all time. It's the one that I associate with Christmas. It's the one that I want to listen to first when the season starts. It's the one I want to listen to when I'm opening presents or as a little kid walking in to the living room to see what Santa had brought me. So Christmas Card is a very special album to me. So I'm really happy to have that. And then I've actually never heard Christmas Present with their second tenor, Jimmy Fortune, who I've had the pleasure of interviewing, as well as the lead singer I've interviewed, Don Reed. Met him a couple times. I've met Don, Jimmy, and Harold before Harold passed last year, but he was the bass singer. Him and Don were the two brothers, the Reed brothers, and I got to meet both of them on various occasions. I've met Jimmy Fortune a couple of times, so I'm really happy to have that as well for my Christmas collection. And lastly, I have the new reissue of Cahoots by the band. And if you can believe it or not, this is other than I have a compilation and a couple of live albums by the band. This is my first studio album by the band. So it's got, Life is a Carnival, When I Paint My Masterpiece, 4% Pantomime with Van Morrison. The River Hymn is beautiful. Also the bonus tracks, as well as a live concert, which has, you know, the W.S. Wolcott Medicine Show, Loving You Sweeter Than Ever, The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, just great stuff. Rag Mama Rag. I'm really excited to listen to this. So that is my Christmas haul, if you want to call it. Christmas albums that I've gotten, and some other little things that I've gotten to fill out my music room and music collection. So thank you all for watching. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. And I look forward to, you know, hanging out with y'all again in 2022. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Going into the new year, I'd like to pick up, you know, a couple hundred more subscribers. So everyone counts. I appreciate them all. Let me know what y'all think of these pieces, and I look forward to another video with you all very, very soon. So take care.